a swanny neck with a flat back that isn't doing anything. Oops. He certainly has a very uphill neck. And from previous judging appointments, I've judged this horse in the lower levels. I think he has one of the most wonderful extended trots. It's really ground covering and expressive. In fact, he can do better than that. I've seen him do a better extended trot. Now, I'm pretty jealous of that one, but he can be better. So far, he looks really nice in the contact. And now you can see that the rhythm, if you put a metronome on the beat of the trot, it's not so good as the trot when he goes in a straight line. This way's a little better, but then there's no flexion to the left, and the horse must look in the direction he's going, and his body should be bent around the inside leg. And now you can see the trot rhythms back to the bouncing, nice collected trot. Malcolm, as he's known, as a quick look into the crowd. Now another extended trot. Now for him it's a little modest, but wow, you can see the expression and the softness. And now the passage. Looks a little bit back legs out. Could be tricky getting into Piaffe here. This is the problem. No whip, and a little bit spooky with his neck up and not pushing his back up underneath the rider. It's difficult to get the feeling. You can put the high leg under to get the regularity and the rhythm and the feeling of bouncing. When you think what Piaffe is, it's really basically like, I remember Christopher Bartle saying to a woman one day who wanted to teach a horse Piaffe, said, well, you should go for a ride with all your friends, and when you get a long way away from home, all your friends turn around and they trot off down the road and leave you behind, and you've got to stay there. And it's a great way of thinking what Piaffe is about. Is a horse has got to want to go, but you've got to be able to, in a really nice way, keep it on the spot without running away and make it Piaffe, or jog on the spot, or trot on the spot. So it's that excitement of wanting to run away and get going and maintaining it. And now the passage. It's passage, but it's a little modest in the... I know that feeling. No petrol in the tank. And then, of course, there's a transition mark for from passage into Piaffe and from Piaffe into passage. And it's a little bit mixed with a Piaffe that's not clear. Again, that transition passage canter that's not so easy. He went passage and then several trot strides and canter. So strictly speaking, you should get a lower mark because it should be passage canter. I'm sure, whoopsie, Malcolm, that's typical. He made a mistake. He did some ones in the beginning of the twos. And then again, he's getting a little short in the neck. And when he gets short in the neck like that, it's difficult to feel a half halt that really gets the high leg under and sitting. And yeah, off it goes and extended again. That really beautiful, big, fluent stride that is great. I love it. And the same with the change. It's just super. Now the zigzag, 4. That's 7, I think. 4, 5, 6. Whoops, and that was a 4.5. Should be a bit disappointed with that. But it's difficult to keep the horse's mind really on you. Now the ones. Whoops, missed the first one. And missed another one. Malcolm. It's difficult with a beautiful horse like this that is capable of getting such really good marks to keep him attentive and on your aids when his mind is really becoming focused about the people walking along the top of the arena and, oh, who's that over there? And, oops, it's frustrating, especially when in training, you know how good he can be. And then she asked for the flying change. It was one stride after she asked, and things like that when they just don't quite have the confidence because of their personality. It's such a beautiful horse. And I'm sure Linda just adored. Now let's see, she'll probably go for the big 10 in the extended trot. It's great, huh? It looks so easy. Yeah. We need to give some extrovert pills. If he just would let go and take a breath and be a bit of a show-off, he would be such an exciting horse. But he crawls into his shell a little bit, and it's a little frustrating to try and do something now. The centre line and the piaffe here, again, it's not in 2 beat, and there is really, it's difficult to know how that's going to mark. It won't be a particularly good mark for the piaffe, and then the transition is similar, and the passage is half trotting and half passaging. Malcolm, Linda loves him dearly, and you have to take on board what you get given, and it's a tough sport though.